Narcissism and Spirituality, Balancing the Self and the Whole. Spirituality is an inner journey in search of meaning, connection, and personal realization. However, when narcissism comes into play, this path can become distorted. In this article, we will explore the complex relationship between narcissism and spirituality, aiming to understand how to find a balance between individual ego and connection with the whole. Narcissism and egocentrism. Narcissism is characterized by egocentrism. Narcissists often focus their attention on themselves, seeking constant gratification and admiration. This self-observation and self-celebration can be in conflict with the idea of spirituality, which typically implies a search beyond oneself for connection with the divine or the surrounding world. Spirituality is a path of connection. Spirituality is often associated with concepts of connection and unity. Those who follow a spiritual path seek to transcend the limits of the self and experience a broader connection with the world, others, and a deeper meaning. This contrasts with narcissism, which can lead to self-absorption. Narcissism and spiritual materialism. A phenomenon known as spiritual materialism occurs when narcissism infiltrates the world of spirituality. People may use spirituality as another means to seek personal gratification and recognition. This can involve collecting spiritual practices and beliefs as trophies, without a true understanding or connection to them. Spirituality becomes an extension of narcissism rather than a path of inner growth. The challenge of balance. Finding a balance between narcissism and spirituality is a challenge. Spirituality requires openness to the world and a willingness to transcend one's ego. Narcissism pushes in the opposite direction, seeking to put the ego at the center of attention. Authenticity in spirituality. Authentic spirituality demands sincere self-exploration. People must be willing to honestly delve into themselves and recognize their weaknesses and challenges. This contrasts with the idealized self-image that often characterizes narcissism. Empathy and compassion. Spirituality often promotes empathy and compassion towards others. Narcissism, on the other hand, can lead to selfishness and a lack of consideration for others' well-being. Finding a balance between these two perspectives requires a conscious effort to develop a more empathetic and compassionate attitude. Spiritual practice as a tool for change. Spiritual practices can serve as tools for change for those seeking to overcome narcissism. Meditation, contemplation, prayer, and other techniques can help individuals shift their focus from the self to inner experience and connection with the divine or the whole. Conclusion. The relationship between narcissism and spirituality is complex and can pose significant challenges for those seeking to cultivate meaningful spiritual lives. However, it is possible to find a balance between the individual ego and connection with the whole. This requires a sincere commitment to overcoming narcissism, developing empathy and compassion, and engaging in authentic spiritual practices. Finding this balance can lead to greater inner satisfaction and a deeper connection with the world and others.